Tonight, see what truly exists inside the world of the paranormal. Inside. Join the discussion and review some of the best paranormal evidence captures from a wide variety of experienced and up-and-coming investigators. See and hear what they capture, where they captured it, and how they captured it. Right now on Entity Voices Paranormal Evidence.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Entity Voices Paranormal Evidence. This is us, y'all. This is us.
All of us.
All of us are here tonight.
It's been a while since that has happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am so sorry, guys. I was being like MIA for a couple of weeks. I miss you guys, and I'm sorry about the Globe Paracon last Saturday. I missed that too.
Yeah, we've had a lot going on with the move.
Yeah.
Cleaning houses, packing, cleaning, packing,
so
cleaning,
sorry.
packing.
Very sorry.
Sensing a pattern.
Yeah, it's a pattern I want to break as quickly as possible.
I
don't blame you, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Happy birthday, belated happy birthday.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yesterday was Miss Loki's birthday. Yep.
Yay.
Since we all couldn't be there, Ron gave her 6 spankings for all of us.
Yes. Yeah, we had
An extra one to grow on.
we had a pretty active weekend. We didn't do anything on Friday, right?
No, just Saturday.
Friday we had dinner in. Saturday we did the Morris County Parks Freelandheisen Manor Arboretum.
Yeah.
Public investigation, sold out.
Nice.
Beautiful place.
Nice.
Beautiful place. Fun event. Somewhere where we got to go, I think, in the beginning of March for the pre-investigation, but it was good. We had a lot of our regulars who come to especially the Morris County Park stuff we do. So
That's awesome.
A little paranormal stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say you guys have been busy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And then for my birthday, we just chilled, nice and quiet. It was fun.
That's nice.
Yeah, those are nice days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure.
Especially as active as you guys are, that doesn't happen very often.
Right.
Thank you, Todd and Carmela.
Hey, Todd and Carmela, weren't they just in another state?
Yeah.
With Tower Paranormal?
Thank you, Raul.
Weren't they all just in another state?
Yeah, so this happened in North Carolina this weekend.
Well, look at those people.
Look at that.
Oh, that's
Very
nice.
cool.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Everybody's
We're so
smiling
jealous.
except for Chris.
I was grinning. This person here is the bartender. She was lonely, I guess.
That's cool, though. And
Yeah.
that's something that, at least in large part, if not entirely, came to be
Thank you, Carrie.
through the unity of our podcast,
Yes.
right? And then through us doing events and getting to know people. So you had Todd and Carmela.
Todd and Carmela of 222 Paranormal, and then we had Raul Perez with Tower Paranormal.
Yep.
Tower Paranormal. So you had three of our best from the Northeast.
That's right.
All 3 of them.
3
Down there.
fantastic people. We had a great weekend. They came out and did the private at the Montgomery House, and we told them, yeah, I smell on the inside. So we told them that, this is your investigation. We stay outside, and they went, oh, no. We want you to investigate with us. So we got to join them on the investigation. So it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Very
And
nice.
then on Sunday, we took them to the haunted prison distillery. That's the picture you saw there. And walked them around the prison, and that's the one that Ghost Hunters did. And the Southern Grace Distilleries, Ghost Hunters did it, and Steve from Ghost Hunters will be there on May 4th doing an event, too. So.
Well, that's the one you showed us when we were out there, right? You showed us that place. We didn't go in it, but you showed
Yeah,
us.
we didn't go in, but we drove by it, yeah.
Right.
Yep. Good memory. That's right.
Yep, we actually did the tour. And we kept asking the tour guide paranormal questions, and he wouldn't answer them. He was boring.
Oh,
Thank you.
that's Jenny and Mondo from 305.
Yes, but it was a fantastic weekend. It's the first time we've met all 3 of them. Well, not met them face to face, but it's the first time we all got to sit down and spend time. And 2 days together, they stayed at the house with us. It's now labeled All Goods Bed and Breakfast.
Oh,
Very nice.
we call it the Wonderland Hotel.
Same thing.
That'll work.
We do. Yes, we do.
And when you go there, you get a commemorative T-shirt that says "I am Chris Allgood."
Nice.
That is awesome. You've got the Superman when I got my Batman on today.
I know.
There we go.
I'm ready.
What does mine say?
Calvin, Calvin Klein.
No,
You
we
have to
can't do
whisper
that.
to make it sexy.
Yet Sorrel came into my office and took a picture of my skull wall behind me so he could put it as his background on his Zoom meetings for work.
Hey, Nicole.
Hey, Nicole.
She was with us. She was with us this past weekend.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep, her and Lisa Lascala from Full Moon Paranormal, or as we call them. And I can't take credit. The name was coined by John Zappis. The Moon Ladies. The Moon Ladies were with us. But that's cool, man. It's cool. I saw pictures of Todd and Carmela and Raul down there with you guys. And just looking at that was like, look, we were like, that's cool to see that. We have to exemplify, and we have to, in action, portray this whole unity thing more than we say it. And that shows it to me. You opened your home to them. You opened the location to them. They participated in sustaining the location. They participated in the investigation. That's great.
That's impressive.
Yeah. What's really cool is they always get Anthony Simonelli cannolis. Well, I was giving him crap during a show one day, and I told him I want New York cheesecake. So they shipped me a New York cheesecake for me and Audra, and it showed up on Friday. And I opened the box, and it was addressed to us. And inside the box,
congrats, Bill.
So I messaged him on Facebook. I went, WTF, who's Bill? So now the joke is whatever Bill did for this financial group, or all of a sudden a cheesecake showed up at his front door, and now his wife wants to know who the hell sent him a cheesecake. We got his congrats card.
Yeah, you can't. What's up, Chad?
Hey, Chad.
Jotniks. Yeah, you can't say stuff like that in front of. This is just between us guys, right? This is the audience is excluded from this. It's just between us guys. Everybody lean in. Listen, we have to up the ante with Todd and Carmel. We all want Mercedes. We all want a car. Cars. Just start talking about cars.
That's awesome.
They're such good-hearted people. The two
fantastic.
They are.
The two of them and Raul coming down. You got three of our best from up here. All good.
We can't wait to meet them too in person. Hopefully.
No, the breakfast was the Keeler side of the B&B. I don't do breakfast. If I'd have made it, you guys wouldn't ever come back. That's funny.
So that summarized all of our weekends, I think. But do we have a guest?
I don't think so.
Or maybe two.
Maybe two.
Dos?
Don't we pride ourselves on bringing on the best in the field? The best there is out there.
Yes. And if you guys have been paying really close attention, these people are known location-wide by not just the living, but by the spirits also. So much that the spirits have said their names more than Tony and Cherie have said the four of our names.
That's fair to say.
That's fair to say.
Yeah, that is the universal spiritual password.
So for everybody watching, tonight's guest coming to you on Monday, Tony and Cherie Rathman.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I would like to wish the Rathmans a happy Monday.
I can handle it on the show because technically it's over.
It's over.
Monday night, fine, I'm good. But Monday morning, not so good.
So don't mention
Not so good.
Good morning or happy Monday.
Yeah, it's yeah. But thank you. We are honored to be on the show. So thanks for the invitation. I've heard great things about this show.
Well, somebody's lying to you. It's good. This is good. We've been profiling for people paying attention. All right, Chris and Audra. Then, right, Laura's actually we were first. Then Chris and Audra. So just as an introduction to who we are and what we do, and not just evidence, not just Staticom, but a little bit more about us and then some of our evidentiary trail leading up till today. And this show, we're the newbies to, relatively. Started even before Chris and Audrey. Tony and Cherie started Entity Voices. So we've literally gone and pruned the tree down to the roots of the EVPE, EVPI happenings. Or as I say in Telemundo, dos Rathmans.
And we will be celebrating in 3 weeks our 4th year on the podcast. And the very first episode was the 4 of us. We were the guests on the very first episode. Yeah.
That is absolutely correct. Yeah, Chris and Audrey were our first guests almost 4 years ago, and we interviewed them.
Right. And then to follow, Ron and Lourdes. And this is it.
And here we are today.
4 years later. I know, hard to believe.
Right.
Well, that's saying something. To have a show go that long, you know, and have the group do what it's done in a variety of different ways, with 2 of them moving cross country and finding a great place. Race Hobbs. We love Race Hobbs.
We do. We do.
Love Race Hobbs.
So it is our honor.
Yes.
To dedicate an episode to you two, because you two are the reason that we're all here. Everything we share with you because we built a relationship with you that you helped make happen. You two. We're part of this whole thing because of what you guys have been generous and kind to all of us as far back as we know. And I know that Chris and Audrey would not be sticking around with people that were anything less than fantastic, because they are.
Oh, thank you.
Well, we greatly appreciate that. But I can tell you, this team of 6 people, we could not ask for more. And like you said, Ron, we wouldn't be where we are today on any level, whether that be Staticom or even just trying to develop or move paranormal in a direction that, you know, we think it needs to go, without every single one of the people being shown right now. It wouldn't happen. Every face you see on here right now is an absolute dedicated part to the EVPI team. And, you know, there's not a single one that's a weak link in the chain. And we appreciate every single one.
It's not only like we work together with our podcast, it's also what we love about is we become like not only friends but family.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
You know, and I love about that. And also it's not just because of the EVPE show, but all of our guests that, you know, joined us, and we grew and grew every day or every Monday. It's
learn.
Right. That's amazing.
Yeah. All right. So where do we start?
So
let's start this.
I do have to say one thing really quick. That's really funny.
Yeah.
So Todd Carmelo, of course, and Raul were here this weekend, and I looked at the show and went, Jesus, look at all the clips that Tony has uploaded. Yo,
I cut it down, Chris. You should have seen the original. That I was scrolling like 4 or 5 times to get through. I'm like, that might be too many.
We only have like an hour and a half show,
Oh,
right?
no.
They're short.
So for everybody watching, grab a pillow, grab something comfy, some snacks. You want to make sure that you grab an empty Gatorade bottle, because you're not going to get a chance to go to the bathroom during this show.
Okay, when I chose the clips, I took one subject, and it's the one subject we've always been fascinating with, and that's spirit communication. So you're not going to see any shadow figures tonight. We have all that stuff. You're not going to see any moving objects. You're not going to see any of the other crazy stuff. This focus was on our true love to the paranormal, and that was communicating with spirits from EVP to ITC to where we've come today with Staticom. So that's the theme of what our interest in the paranormal began and still is today.
No,
Okay,
that's
so-
good, and that's what everybody would expect from you. If you came with anything else, it would be like Colonel Sanders showing up with pizza.
That's right. Asking you
Well, we don't want that.
No,
the over-under is 12 a.m. So if you guys have been following, we analyze guests, other guests that we bring on, not just each other's, but we analyze and we talk to the parts of the paranormal that we all have specifics in, and that our little niches in the paranormal. And we wanted to bring to you guys why we do it and how long we've been doing it. We're not just full of crap. We're not just one of those podcasts that come on here and act like we know what we're doing. It's all from experience. So we started with Ron and Lourdes, who together have about 25 to 29 years experience put together. Between Audra and I, we're at, I got to add, we're almost 40 years experience
37.
with mine and hers combined. And then Tony and Cherie. So we're about 60 to 70 years experience just between us four. Now, Tony and Cherie, give us a background at what got you hooked in the paranormal and how long you've been doing it.
How did he get?
How did I get hooked? I got sucker punched into a Valentine's Day request back in 2010 by Cherie.
Yes.
We would normally hang out at a hotel. We'd hang out by the pool all weekend, having cocktails. You know, we got to do that again sometime. We haven't done that in years.
When we have time.
Yeah. But anyway, she said she wanted to go ghost hunting, and I didn't know the first thing about it. Never paid any attention to it. Wasn't anything in my normal thought process, which is complete opposite as to where I'm at now today. But I took her found a place on the internet that had a reputation for being haunted. So I took her for the weekend, bought her some relatively inexpensive equipment, night vision camera, EMF meter, and a digital recorder.
A $12 EMF meter. Also, he bought me a microphone, a little microphone.
I did. She looked like a reporter. I had no idea. I didn't know how it worked. But anyway, so we went, and then after the weekend, I spent about 2 or 3 months trying to debunk everything she had captured on audio, video, and pictures. And I got hooked. I couldn't debunk it, so I said, let's go back and try it again. And when we came back the second time, because I thought, okay, there's got to be weird lighting causing the pictures. There's got to be air vents bringing in the voices we were hearing on the recording. Nope, none of that was true. And we came back with even more evidence.
Yeah, it was very successful. Our first
From day one.
From day one.
Right.
Okay. So yeah.
So that's how it began. But like I was saying, our fascination was always with the vocals, the fact that we could put a recorder down, ask a question, and have a response. So without delaying, let's go to the clips and play the first one, because these are EVPs. This is what got us hooked to begin with, was the fact that we could ask a question and get a response that, when most of them had timing and relevance to the question asked.
And was this Hotel San Carlos, this first one?
Yes.
The first probably 30, because we were like a week. We'd go from work and then go and investigate.
Because it's so close to our work, and our work, where we used to work together, we're very close to each other. So we will drive to San Carlos just to have a happy hour.
Yeah, we'd have happy hour, and then we'd sort of sneak into the hotel because we knew everybody that worked there, and spend 11, 12 o'clock at night investigating, and then take off for home and go to work again. And then that was we'd do that Tuesday and Thursday, unless we were spending the weekend there. Then we'd wait till Friday and spend the week. It was insane.
So Cherie, you hooked a non-believer, but what made you want to do it?
What made me want to do it? Well, first of all, all of us, I'm sure, when we were young, we are so have experience with paranormal. Well, to me, when I was younger, my mom, I know everybody, most of you guys know I'm from the Philippines, So we have so many beliefs, and my mom would say like about ghosts. There's so many things, and so there's a one time because I don't even know what's ghosts and how do they appear or where they come from. So my mom would say, my dad will, when he comes to the Philippines to visit us, he comes every 4 times a year. So we go to our rest house. Our rest house is in the middle of 1 acre, and then we have big trees like mangoes, jackfruit, anything. So it's pitch black. So I was in the stairs, sitting down, playing, and my mom would say, "Hey, go get ready, go to bed," something like that. And of course, stubborn of me, I don't listen or obey to my mom when she say once or twice or thrice, go to bed, you know. So I sit down there and she will say, if you don't go to bed, you'll see Moo over there. I'm like, what's
You might want to explain what moo is.
okay? Moo is ghost, like that's how.
Not cattle.
Yeah, moo, not a moo. It's a moo. Yeah, it's a ghost. So, and then so I sat down there and I'm like thinking, what's moo? There's moo in here. So I was sitting down and I saw a mist. It's not a white lady because like the way in the movie they portray a white lady, you can see long hair, dark hair, and then you can see face on the movie. But this one I didn't see like that. It's kind of like a mist, a white mist, and I'm like, I just ignored it, but I don't know whether that's a mumu or whatever. So, and then when I migrated here in the United States, I found this show, which is at the time it's can I say it? Ghost Adventure. Yeah, Ghost Adventure. I love them. When they started, me and my daughter, we were watching them, and I'm like, this is how you capture ghosts. So I asked Tony, I said, hey, come over here, watch this show. They're really good. So he sat down and then watched a few minutes, and he's like, this is his word, okay? That's BS. That's not true. That's only for entertainment. You're watching that crap. That's the way how he said it.
That was my opinion.
Yeah. And then I watch it every time they, play the show. And then, so there you go. He told a story one Valentine's Day. He asked me, what do you want for Valentine's Day? So I said, I want to do a ghost investigation. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
There's a story.
My favorite part of the story is the part that Tony left out this time is why, Tony, when presented with another option different than your usual Valentine's Day, why, pray tell, did you go with it this time? Why did you do it?
Well, I had two choices.
There it is.
I could take her.
Yeah.
Or I could have her mad at me until next Valentine's Day. So when weighing the odds, I'm like, she's worth it. I'll take her. And she had fun. And that at that point, even when I knew the weekend was coming to a close, she had a great time. I did everything she wanted. I asked questions. I pretended like I was all hyped about it too. Yeah. Making sure that she enjoyed the weekend was really important to me. It was when she got that stuff home and started reviewing it, because that's one of the first review. She did the first review.
Yes.
She hasn't touched one since, but she was calling me over every couple of minutes. What is this? What's in this picture? And then she even caught on video. Now it was in the mirror. She caught it first, but then she flipped around, and as she flipped around, you saw it disappear. But it was a full-bodied apparition standing in the ghost lounge.
Yeah.
But I was like I said, I was in shock. I could not explain this stuff.
Nope.
And honestly, where else would you expect a spirit to be except in the ghost lounge?
Except
Right?
it's coincidence that that's what they aimed it. But I'm thinking that it was just coincidence.
Oh my gosh, that ghost lounge has been closed ever since. It never opened.
You know what? Don't say that yet, because there's a clip in here from that, and then you can explain that.
All right, I'm not.
So
All
there
right,
you
so
go.
the first clips you're going to see were audio captures. And that's what hooked us and why we're still doing this today.
Right.
All right.
So we're gonna show evidence that you have years of accumulation of.
These are
community-
old.
Right, but you're going to show evidence you've accumulated over years to
Correct.
a community of friends, amongst a community of family, all of which came to be your path because Cherie dragged you to a ghost hunt. Yeah,
Yeah.
that gets an applause
correct.
break as far as I'm concerned. It could just be me. I don't care. It's okay. I'm in this.
All right, here we go.
What is your name?
Whoa!
Wait, that's in.
I heard that.
Oh, is that the fake one?
No, that is what hooked me, because that woman answered me, and I went back and back. I wanted to know, will she answer me? She gave me her name. Can I get her to give me her name again? Can I call her by name and get her to reply? And sure as heck, I could do that. And if I had to, like I said, I had to limit so many clips to take them out, but I could say, Candy, are you there? And she would answer either on EVP. And then when we got into ITC, started using the SB7 and the 11, and then building our own boxes, she would answer. And then she just disappeared. We never heard from her again. But for probably a month, 2 or 3 or longer, maybe the first year, I don't remember, she would respond to me immediately. And then I had one recording where I said, Candy, are you there? And she said, yes, I am. And then some guy in the back said, Candy, don't. Like, stopped her from communicating with me. And then I never heard from her again.
Wow.
And
Great.
we're not using any, which we're
It's
using
just a recorder.
Recorder.
Just,
It's
these are
just
pure recorders.
pure recorder. Yep.
That was good.
That was good. It was loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so here's your next one from the Hotel San Carlos.
Is anybody in here?
Awesome. The original safe as well. It's pretty, go ahead and open it if you want. Pretty heavy.
Are they going to open this again in the near future? Oh, what is that?
Wow.
So that's the clip we're talking about. That was taken probably 10 or 11 years ago.
Yeah.
One of the first EVP, and Cherie's literally, it's daylight out. You can see the light coming through the windows. They would literally respond to anything. And when conversation, I don't know if she was talking, I don't remember if you're talking to me or the 2 people that were in there with us, but she was getting answers on the recorder. And she said, are they going to open this place soon? Now think about that. That was 10 or more years ago. It's still not open today.
Yep.
So he's right. Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's been remodeled. So
Yeah, we don't
hopefully,
even know if
hopefully
it's,
soon.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's,
They remodeled the whole hotel, right?
Correct.
It wasn't just that portion. Yeah.
Correct. But these are the kind of responses we get on a regular basis. And the hooking part to me just kept dragging me farther and farther down, because I was like, oh my gosh, you just said they answered if it was going to open. And now we know 12 years later that it wasn't going to open anytime soon. And they were correct.
Well, and the best part about that EVP is you could hear the guys talking that you could see in the video,
right. They're,
but those were on top of the recorder and above or below the normal sound waves that you're hearing in that room. So you can tell that that's an EVP.
and that's only my cell phone. I'm recording it through my cell phone.
Through her cell phone, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Did they
that
charge
was
you
good.
minutes for those, or
Did what?
did they charge you the minutes for those, or was that
She has
unlimited data?
unlimited afterlife limits.
That's right. All right. So here's the next one.
Should we turn off the light? Because I have a light.
No, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't stop them.
I love that
Okay.
one.
So I don't know if you caught it.
No.
Cherie and I are the only 2 people in the room. Cherie says to me, should I turn out the light? I responded, no, it doesn't stop them. in the middle is a woman saying, "Because I am the light." Play it again.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, play it again.
Should we turn off the light?
No,
Because I have a light.
no, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't stop them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
That's not Cherie's voice either.
No, I was
No.
gonna say that it has a bedroom voice.
Well, she got mad at me because I'm like, "That's kind of a sexy voice."
Yeah, I
She was
know.
like, "What?"
Because I am the light. I'm like, I don't talk like that.
No, that's not your voice.
That's not my
No.
accent.
Hey, if it's a bedroom voice and that's her catchphrase, that's some good marketing.
That's right.
Right?
I will
Like
make
I
you
said,
see the light.
These are the ones that stand out in my head that really just absolutely hooked us on audio connection to the other side. And
Again, that's the cell phone. You see that thing that's standing.
that's what it was recorded on. And you know, Cherie always used to joke about this, but when I go back and look, like when I was pulling these, had she not constantly, she goes, I captured 90% of your EVP. She's absolutely right. I would not have the database that I have. I have it because of her. She was always recording. There was always something running.
Always. Yeah.
Still is.
Mhm.
Without her, none of this stuff would exist.
Yeah. Don't ever go investigating with Cherie and say some shit you don't want other people to hear. Because
There will be footage on it.
yes, it
so-
will. There's quite a few pieces of footage
Yeah.
where I was acting like a dumbass and had no clue that she was filming. Let's play that again. Everyone wants to hear it again.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Should we turn off the light?
No,
Because I have a light.
no, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't stop them.
That is totally not her voice.
Mhm.
Is there a no before?
Did you
she
know
speaks?
twice? Right.
Yeah. Did you say no twice, Tony, or is there a no in a
There
middle
is
voice and
no.
then she speaks?
Yeah, there is.
I don't remember, and I didn't catch it. I don't think I would have. That's not something I normally do, is repeat words. It's not like I would have said no.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
repeat, no, it doesn't stop them. And so I think I only said it once. I don't know, but that voice was so clear.
It was.
Yeah.
It
it
was
was.
literally like she was standing, like there was another person standing
Yeah.
right there with us, and there wasn't. No one was even allowed where we were. It's above the kitchen. It's a tiny little office that used to be used probably 40 years ago or longer and hasn't been used since. But there was some major activity, so we can always go up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that full focal
Well,
tone.
Everett, it's
Oh.
because if you have to listen to it because the voice it has a lot of tone. So you would think it's someone in the room. but
Right.
it's not. That's
Yeah, like
probably
you
why you're not
skipped over
catching
it.
it.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
no whisper. This
No.
is full vocal tone. It sounds like another person talking, but Cherie and I are the only two people there.
And let me teach you guys about something about Cherie. The six of us know this because we've investigated with her. On investigations, you guys have heard Cherie's accent on the show. When
Yeah.
she's investigating and not on the show, her accent's worse. And it never goes away. That woman's voice on that
It was not
recording
Filipino.
was not Filipino.
No.
Nope.
No.
Not Cherie at all.
Even I tried. It's not gonna sound like
No.
that.
It's hilarious when she tries to talk normal.
Well, especially when I'm drunk. It's worse.
Whole
yeah.
other story there.
Yeah, so play it again, but that's funny because that's the opposite end of the spectrum, right? When something's so low, people got to amplify the hell out of it. It almost sounds like a wind tunnel turns on, right?
Right.
And you go, then you hear that, and it's the opposite effect, but the same outcome when you could miss it.
That's
Because
not.
it sounds like a
Somebody
person.
there. Yeah,
That's not even amplified. That is
Yeah.
You can
straight
tell.
you
recording.
can tell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can tell.
You can tell, but
So
it's so
I'll play it
vocally
one more-
full.
yeah. So Everett, I'll play it one more time.
Like Todd.
It sounds like there's Cherie or Todd or Everett. I think it's okay. So Cherie's talking, and then a woman talks, but she's not there. It's just Tony and Cherie.
Right.
It sounds like somebody's standing right there in the room.
Yeah, and she says, because I am the light. When Cherie said to me, "Do you want to shut the lights off?" And then I think I said no, And then she says, "'Cause I am the light." And then I finish saying whatever I replied.
Here we go. One more time.
Should we turn off the light?
No,
Because I have a light.
no, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't stop them.
Both those no's sound like Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could
Yeah.
be. They could be.
Yeah.
But the female voice in between the first no.
Yeah, full tone. Yeah.
Right. We didn't hear it.
Yeah.
We did not hear it. Didn't know it was there until we reviewed it. And I remember we were driving, I think, back when we were playing it in the car. And I'm like, what the? Who the hell was that? I'm like, I don't know. We played it over and over and over.
Who's the hooker in the room with the great catchphrase?
She has a bedroom voice, really. It's so sexy because I like it.
Cherie's like, makes me want to go join her. All right. Here we go. Here's your next one.
Are there anybody in here? Can you say hello? Just honor.
Yeah.
What was that?
What
That gives me chill.
We don't know. And you know what I just noticed? Something comes down the screen. Did you see that? Okay, I just noticed that. But we've gone over this so many times. We had both of our kids, or both of my sons, with us when we were there that night. And they were young. They were probably...
Well, let me tell the story.
Go ahead.
Because I'm the one recording.
Right.
So Sean, the eldest, Tony's son, and Dylan was with us. So we were sitting at the pallet, and Dylan was sitting next to me, leaning his chin on my shoulder because he's scared. So when I was asking a question, and Dylan's like blowing on my shoulder, and then I asked a question, and that appears on my recording.
So that sounds completely different voice from the I Am the Light lady.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can picture what this woman would look like, and it's not good.
Sorry.
Witchy, sort of scary.
Yes.
But that's not Cherie's voice. It's certainly not mine. And it's neither one of the kids. They didn't say a word. But where that came from, we have no idea. And the weird part about it is it's not really timing and relevance, because she asked what your name, can you give me your name? I think you asked.
Yeah.
And then you get this dishonor that just freaky as heck. So
it sounds like a witch.
It does. And there is something, I don't know if it's one of the kids, but it looked like it dropped from the ceiling, just like in the corner of the screen.
We'll play it again. But I can tell you guys, we met Dylan not too long after that. And when we met Dylan, or actually it was a couple years after that, but even when we met Dylan, his voice wasn't that deep yet. He had to hit puberty. There's no way in hell that's Dylan.
Not a chance. He was maybe 7, I think, at that time.
7.
And they know. I mean, we're beyond the integrity threshold with those Rathmans here. If it was anybody in the room that was with him, they would know. And you can rule out that it was any kind of an app or something or box running, because it doesn't sound like either of those, and nobody responded to it.
Right.
Nobody went, oh, the device said this. Nobody said anything.
We hadn't even touched ITC yet. We
Yeah.
didn't even own an SB7. That's coming up.
So there you go.
And Ron makes a good point. Anytime you see the 6 of us vetting any of our evidence, we don't put on anything. If
We've gone through it 100 times.
we live by, if there's a doubt, throw it out.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
he gets mad at me all the time. He's like, but it's right there. I'm like, but it could be. He's like, fine.
That is not the F word I use.
No. That's where they use this.
Right.
All right. Here, one more time. Here we go.
Yeah.
Are there anybody in here? Can you say hello? Just honor.
There.
Cherie said that's Dylan's hand.
That's
Yeah,
I was holding the phone like this.
Bigger question, Tony, were you walking around in the back of the basement?
I wasn't standing next to her. I know that. I don't know exactly where I was, but I remember her sitting on the pallet, and I was somewhere, but I don't know where.
Just something in the back blocks out the light.
Really?
Yeah.
Could have been.
He's on our right. He's on the right side. Because
Then it wasn't
that
funny.
on the left side, it's a ramp.
Yeah, it's a ramp for
It's
the
a ramp.
loading. Because that's
Yeah,
the-
but if
No.
you're pointing down, again, same side, there's a sliver of light and it goes dark really
Yeah.
quick.
I
So
saw
you-
that. Yeah.
Yeah, you got
Okay,
the stack of wood here to the right. You got that little aisleway, and then there's like a piece of plexiglass or something with a light behind it. Something
So
blocks the
we
light.
have both
Yeah.
kids with us at that time. So
right. They're asking where I was. I wasn't down where she was filming. I was off the other way.
Right, but I have Sean.
I know we got a
and
lot to show, but do you want to see that again?
She's asking about the light.
Yeah.
We got blocked.
Because to me, it looks like somebody walked and,
Yeah.
and blocked the light. But,
Yeah.
you know,
But it's quick though. So
So
yeah,
let's-
it's quick.
Let's watch it one more time.
top left corner.
Top left corner, behind the plexiglass looking stuff.
Oh.
Are there anybody in here?
Got it.
Yeah, I
Reflection.
saw it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a reflection.
That wouldn't have been me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was probably
I didn't
off to
notice
her
that.
right
Yeah.
because the way the room shaped, we were against the back wall. All that was over there was the ramp. That, what you were viewing was where they were storing everything, and all the rest of the basement was over here.
Yeah, it was reflection
Yeah.
off the plexiglass.
Yeah. No.
All right, so here is the next one. Here we go.
I just came here to talk to you.
Is that the great the
Is that Lost Souls?
It is.
Yes.
That's Lost Soul Cemetery.
That's with you
That
guys.
was with you guys.
That's what I thought. I'm like, I recognize that.
It's wind noise, but again, this is the stuff that
Ambient.
started
yeah.
putting together everything we did with Staticom because it used the wind noise as a background to elevate the speech. You can hear the last word of house super clear in
Yeah.
the blowing wind.
It almost drags out. It's like, how?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's good.
Anybody there? We showed you where it's at. Go investigate
I
it.
know
It
it's
is
a cool
crazy.
place. It really is.
Yeah.
It's creepy. That one's a creepy one
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so here's the next one. In the basement, in the dark.
Ooh.
This is in the basement of the Bel Air house.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right, here we go.
I don't know.
It's freezing in here.
Oh, cool. I want to get this. Did I just hear a voice? He's right there. Yeah, there's no light and not light behind you.
It's just
There's no flash, honey. I'm not using my flash. Oh, get the spirit. Come on, buddy. Where you hiding? Turn your lantern second.
oh my god, you can see the whole way over here.
Right?
You can see
Ooh,
what?
I got this glare from just there. Flip your light on. You go up.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're good. It's cold in there. Whew.
Wow. There's a ton of stuff in there. What you'd see when you see Cherie's camera showing her holding the digital recorder.
Yeah.
That digital recorder is only about that big. Cherie's just
She doubled it as she used it as an air mattress later.
Look at this.
She slept on it later that night. Yeah.
We have pictures from when they were out here at Selma Mansion when she took a nap after the 4th night. We were exhausted, and she was sleeping on 2 folding chairs.
And I covered her with a sweater, and it covered her completely with a little sweater.
I know you covered me that night. I'm like, oh, okay.
With his sweater, and you were covered from head to toe.
Not the harp on it, because I know we have 70,000 more clips to go. But trying to make Todd panic. That's all. Was that the recorder that was used, the Tascam that she was holding?
Yeah.
Okay, so there wasn't, because that crackling, we talked about that. I used to get that pre-EVP a lot of times on my Tascam also.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of like a static.
Yeah, you get her phone would do that twice as much as the Tascam would. We knew it. We could be doing a review. We knew an EVP was coming because it was the same sort of interference, crackling sound. I'm like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
And sure enough.
I recognized it as soon as I heard it.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And consistent. If you watch the clip, it's very consistent.
Thank you.
So this next one is probably the spirit of a relative of Anthony Simonelli.
Cherie Rathman.
All right, here we go.
I know which one this is.
How you doing?
Even sounds like an East Coast accent.
Yeah, it did.
It
If it had said cannoli, I'd have swear to God it was a Simonelli.
That is the penthouse in San Carlos.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I wanted to get up there so bad.
That place rocks.
Yeah.
That
All
was
right.
good.
That was good. Next one, sweep the door.
Okay. So now, people always thought I was showing this because the door like kind of opens and then shuts. That's wind. It's the voice in it. It's got nothing to do with the door. Well, it does because that's what he says. But anyway, we don't think the door moving is paranormal.
Yeah.
It's the EVP in it.
All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And it's almost, there's a melody to it. Now, the ding, I don't know if that came from the train outside, probably the gates or something.
Oh, yeah, the train. Ding, ding. Yeah.
But he says, sweep the door. And it just sort of goes on, sweep the door.
Let's do that one more time. Since it's quick.
Yeah. Yeah,
You what? You're swinging
Yeah, there's kind of a melodic sound to it.
Yeah.
Where were you?
Hotel San Carlos,
Yeah,
that's the penthouse.
penthouse.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Okay, like show tunes. Sweep the door.
Yeah, and really, that's what that was like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny.
That was very choral. That was cool.
Well, some people sing when they clean, so he was singing.
Not Tony, not on
Sweep the
Mondays.
door, sweep
Not
the
on
door.
Monday, no. If our own thoughts came through the radio every Monday morning, I'm driving to work, be like, I hate this, I don't want to do this.
So I'd venture to guess this next one is Copper Canyon Paranormal Research Center, the Ajo Hospital. I am Michael.
I am Michael.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Mary, are you in here again?
Oh yeah.
Love that.
Sorry, I asked for Mary, Michael. Jeez.
When you get to the one that
Hey, that's
says,
Chris asking a question.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
Chris
Does
asking
he?
that.
Yeah.
But that was an awesome EVP. I mean, that was
It was.
just almost as good as the woman going, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor? Can you just hit Brand? I just don't know if he's moving to ITC yet or not. I just want to see which one's next.
Next one is Rathman's.
Okay, no, we're still on EVPs. So this one, we got called to a house that they were complaining they had strange activity. We got contacted from a friend of ours and said, hey, I just performed these people's wedding. Can you go? Would you be willing to help? We said, sure. So we go over there, kind of get their story. And then this was the first 5 minutes of the investigation. We weren't there more than 12 minutes so far. And this is what showed up.
All right, here we go.
Can you please tell me your name?
Wow.
A lot.
But that was years ago. But that's when our name started to be used, and that grew and grew and grew. But they
don't say.
We didn't tell them who we were. We were just there doing what we would do, and they're like, "Oh, the Rathmans." No.
Well, because we started, we
introduced ourselves.
Yeah,
yes.
when we started, every time we investigate, we introduce ourselves. That's how we, try to be respectful and at least,
Right.
tell your name.
Which was good advice. So.
Yeah.
That came from where? Where did that advice come from?
Cherie.
Yeah.
I give her a lot of credit for the steps she took, for the way that she stopped me from just going in blurting out questions.
I learned that from watching the paranormal show.
Regardless, it was good advice.
From Zach Bagan.
There is some educational value from the TV shows. There is.
There is.
Yeah.
And that was great advice from her. And I'm glad that she said it. I'm glad that I listened.
That's cool.
Next one ran through me.
All right. So this one's, you can hear him say hi to me before he runs through me. But that's what occurs in this clip.
Here we go.
5, 2, 2. They're in here. Oh my God.
What? I didn't touch you.
No, I know.
What?
I think he just ran through me.
Yeah, I felt a gust.
Holy, he just ran through me. Look, I'm in points again. That was awesome.
Wow.
You might have ended with "that's awesome," but when that happened, you shit.
Oh, you bet I did. I had never felt anything like that. I mean, it literally I just froze. I mean, it was, I don't even know how to explain it. Like a static electricity charge with a, I don't know, whirling energy behind it. It scared the crap out of me. It really did.
Yeah. Again, that's San Carlos. It's
San Carlos,
really active. It's very active.
I've never heard that tone come out of your voice.
Right.
That's why I said, I was like, "Whoa, did you hear that?"
Did it feel cold, hot, or?
It didn't feel cold or hot. It felt
like a
tingly.
There was a little bit of a wind because one of the hotel staff at the time said she felt it. I don't remember a wind. I just remember kind of like if you rubbed your feet across the floor and you touched a doorknob and it shocked your finger.
Yeah.
But it did my whole body, not just a finger. Yeah. It was instant. It was just like, and I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. That was funny. Never seen Rathman scared like that.
We're here for the laughs.
Yeah.
That was where the awesome also was birthed.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Oh, I guess there. I do. It's the next one, yeah.
Oh, flare bench people?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
That's the bench. Right in the frame.
Oh.
There are 2 people sitting on that bench. See them?
Oh, yes, I can see it. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could see that.
Yep. Two of them.
That was the Jerome Grand Hotel in Jerome, Arizona.
Oh.
And what was that?
What?
That was a FLIR on I think it was on a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, it does.
No, it's called
Acros monitor.
yeah.
It's just a monitor.
It's just it's you can play videos on it. You can, but it did take hookups to the FLIR, so it worked perfect. Because the FLIR, the one I have anyway, can't record.
Yeah.
It can take a picture, but it can't record. And I wanted to be able to capture what we were showing, so we just hook it to that
to have a bigger
and a
picture.
bigger screen.
Yes.
So
yeah, that was really cool looking.
Mm-hmm. All right, can you manifest yourself?
All right, now we're getting into ITC. This is the first SB7 we ever had.
Wow.
I think you will see the mic in Cherie's hand because I got her a recorder, but I didn't know you didn't need a separate microphone. I didn't know.
This is the mic.
So I actually gave her like a broadcaster mic, so she's like, "Are there any ghosts here?"
Oh my God! So embarrassing.
But that's not what she does in this clip.
She was interviewing the ghosts.
Because again, now this is ITC. This is when we're starting to get into ITC spirit boxes. She asks a question. The response is hilarious, but again,
I hate you.
There's melody to it. It's like a rhythmic. Anyway, play it. We'll talk about it.
So what you're about to see is an interview on Filipino TV.
Nobody.
Currently today, this is how they do it. No, I'm just kidding.
You're watching KEVP.
All right, here we go.
Can you manifest yourself?
Oh,
that's funny. You do look like a TV reporter.
But like I said, that was probably our first or second time. No, it was a little later than that. It was maybe a couple months in. We got the spirit box.
Well,
pretty quickly.
didn't Hans Holzer and the Warrens walk around with recorders and handheld microphones?
Yeah, they had those little
didn't know.
with the silver tips on them.
Yeah, so you weren't off base on that.
Remember, I had never done this. I know nothing about. I didn't watch the show. So I bought her a mic so she could get good. I didn't know.
Let's listen to that again real quick.
That's funny.
Can you manifest yourself?
Yeah.
That's so fair.
Yep, not the friendlies, guys.
F you.
So then after playing around with the SB7 for a while, I kept saying to Cherie, I hear answers to 90% of the questions we ask, but they're so buried in the static, in the white noise sound, that I have real difficulty hearing them. Mm-hmm. So I built my first portal box to try and pull down the static sound, which I believe Chris now owns this one.
Yeah.
But
in the closet.
maybe not. I can't remember.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, I think it is.
All right, here we go.
Can you take account of how many of you are there right now and tell me how many spirits there are? 200. Did you say 200?
There's something nostalgic about hearing those clips.
Right.
Like for me, because I still like the ghost boxes. I still like the SB7s and all. I still like it. I get what we do and where the evolution of it is and whatever. But that's cool. I can hear that. I like that. That brings me back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yes, it still has the lights.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he has it. It still has the lights.
Well, it's like an evolution of music going from, the albums into
The vinyl,
track into cassettes, CD.
Yeah.
And then what
digital.
kids have now, your
Digital.
vinyl records again. I mean, it's just you miss some of that.
So I didn't go through every box that I had either put together or actually built. So I think the next one jumps up all the way to the pre-box.
Oh no!
I think that's your next clip.
That was he brought that pre-box here for the 4-mansion tour a couple of years ago.
And
That
that's
was awesome.
Oh, and that thing performed, man.
It really did.
That thing performed.
This clip is from the aforementioned tour.
It is.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, but hard to tell. Can you give me a name? What's your name?
Dwight.
Dwight. Hello, Dwight. How are you?
Perfect.
Holy shit.
How is it?
It's good. Hi. What's the name of the little boy whose name is written on the wall?
Dwight.
Yeah, I remember that. You see my head pop up?
Yeah. Dwight.
That was Kingsland Manor, Nutley, New Jersey. It was on, I think, one of the newer seasons of Psychic Kids when they brought the show back for people who want to look the location up. That was the first night of the 4-mansion tour.
It was.
Yes.
And that box ran silent.
Yeah.
Did you guys send in the mannequin one? Because that one is a good one too. The mannequin one.
I think that's next.
Okay. That's a good one.
Next one is FU Tony.
That's possible.
No. It's.
Wait. Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, if you, yeah.
Oh, okay. So let me.
Don't blame me. You put these in here.
Yeah, let me explain this. So now this is another home investigation. And this woman lived alone. She complained that she had very nasty spirits in her house. So Cherie and I, we didn't know Joe yet, or maybe we did. I can't remember. He didn't live here. I think he was still in California.
Right.
So Cherie and I cleared this house ourselves. Cherie left a digital recorder laying on the bed. We hadn't picked up the equipment yet, but we finished cleaning the house. And I was explaining to her now everything should be good. You know, we went through the steps, we saged, we holy watered everything. And this is the message that showed up on her recorder after we realized it was still running. We shut it off and went home. This is what showed up. And it'll tie to the next one, but this is what showed up.
All right,
Cool. Love the backstory.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
And they shouldn't be able to come back in as the entryways are now blocked.
That was a solid F-bomb.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
That's good.
Now, before you play the next clip, 2.5 years later, we get a call from a gentleman in Las Vegas, and he's saying that he is experiencing some strange activity, and he sends me, he said, I've recorded some things. Please take a listen. Tell me if you can hear. He's like, I'm not going to tell you what's on it. Take a listen. 2.5 years later is this next clip. And first house was in Phoenix. This guy's calling me from Las Vegas.
All right, here we go.
Same voice.
That's nuts.
Same greeting.
Yeah, same greeting.
Yeah.
Well, they remembered.
They hate you, huh?
They weren't happy we kicked them out.
His catchphrase isn't as nice as that lady's catchphrase.
I know, right?
No.
I am the light.
I am the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the light.
Okay. So now this one's a little out of order. We're gonna go back to that original box that I gave to Chris. But this is called Lip Returns. We spoke to Lip 4 or 5 times. He showed up in our kitchen and responded, and this is him showing up again, communicating with us.
His name was Lip?
His name is Lip.
All right, here we go.
Lip?
I heard you say lip. Lip. Are you the same spirit that we talked to in our kitchen? Could you please answer and tell me if you are that same spirit? Because we have talked before, haven't we? It is. Thank you, Lip. It's good to talk to you. Wonderful. I'm getting chills, Lip. How you doing, Lip? Great. I'm so glad to hear that. Good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now again, not Staticom, and this one literally backs up from the pre-Vox ones we just watched, probably by about 6, 7, 8 years. I don't know, but that one was out of order. I apologize, but like I said, the whole audio thing to us just was a hook and draw. I mean, I could never escape it, and even today I can't. It's the draw. What can they say? What can they tell us? What can we know?
Yeah, I mean, so far there's a consistency to everything you presented that would sustain the hook, right? And only sink it deeper, because these are all different methodologies that are still producing vocalizations that should not, for all intents and purposes, be there.
Correct. Yeah, it's been 14 years.
Yeah, and he never stopped building box, because we're so tired when we're reviewing the recording, and this
it's driving me nuts.
Yeah, it's just hard to listen to the actual voice.
Yeah, it's distracting.
Yeah.
All right, this next one is legal.
All right, so we're back to the pre-Vox and back to the formation.
Oh,
yeah.
That one was out of order.
Love
All right, here we go.
Is it legal or not legal to drink? Can you say that again?
I remember that.
Yeah, that's very clear.
I remember that. Yeah, it's super clear. And I remember explaining too that at the time, the reason it sounds like an awkward question. Why wouldn't I say legal or illegal? Because legal and illegal minus the one syllable could sound identical. I wanted not legal to make it very distinct between the two answers.
Yeah, which was
and that
smart.
box delivered.
Yeah.
Yeah. From the same one, 10.
That's the mannequin.
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, here we go.
How many of us are in this room?
How many?
11, but there's 10 of us.
Well, maybe the one answering the question makes 11.
Well, there's a mannequin in the corner too.
Oh, yeah. That was a mannequin. So minus the mannequin, how many people, human beings, are in the room?
That was 10.
Yeah, that was so well played.
Yep, that's so good.
You know, when you can get spirits to do math, that's, it's good.
That was so well played.
It was good.
And funny, because that's Gary Greener in the background, who was a lot of fun to work with. And
was
then
great.
Gerard Simonelli also was back there. That was an interesting interpretation, right? Because we don't know how we're perceived from what we would consider a visual aspect, if such exists, from where they're coming from. So who knows if we're just silhouetted outlines, there's 11. And then you ask for something that maybe distinguishes between something that has biology to it. I don't know.
Didn't the caretaker show back up though? And
yes,
they might have been in the house as well.
Remember?
Maybe
the caretaker.
That could have been the 11 too. But when I said minus the mannequin, they subtracted one. But still,
Well, you also identified in this room.
I did say in the room.
That's right. Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, that was really fun.
That was awesome. All right, RSB final.
Okay. So this is, I couldn't stand apps. I didn't believe that they work. This is the one box that I built that used reversed 1/30th or 1/10. I don't remember what the fraction of the, so I took one of our shows actually and reversed it and then split it up into 1/20th of a second syllables. So not only is there no words in here, there's no sentences, it's completely reversed and it's fragmented into 1/10 of a second or something like that.
Yeah.
And these are the responses that came out of this box that I built.
Let me add to that one too. I think this is your second box.
No, this was like 10 or
I love this box. It's a reverse speech. And also, when Tony's building box, he can't really build it by himself because he has a big hand. So I'm the one doing the soldering. If I leave it to him, everything will look.
I would have melted everything. I can't get my hands are big and I can't get into the, and so she's like, I'll do it.
Okay. So not only it's a reverse speech. Did I say it right?
It was completely reverse speech, then it was broken into 1/10 or 1/20th. I don't remember.
And also when he put that whatever that small graphic thing, it's also reverse. So it was upside down. So
I fixed it. But
you
yeah,
did?
I
You did?
Oh yeah.
So when we were listening, we kind of like that because it was upside down.
I didn't say best box constructor,
I know,
but hey, they work.
I want to point something out, guys. The way Tony built these boxes, listen to what he says. I took the reverse speech, cut it into 1/20th of a second. He's taking out all the variables that could eliminate any outside interference to get phrases so they're true EVPs. The way this man thinks gives me a headache.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't trust apps because I don't know what's in the word bank. I have no way to look.
Yeah.
So I knew the only way I could test it was to build it myself and know exactly what was there. And like I said, I took one of our shows and then I layered, there's 4 layers of audio running at once. So you'll get bits and pieces, but play it and you'll see what happens.
And it's not a radio, correct? It's just running banks of.
No, it's actually a MP3 player. 3 of them. There are 2 of them running. 4 of them. 2 of
You're
them.
running 4 tracks on a closed box without a receiver.
Correct.
Yeah.
Important to note because you're not, if you're hearing words in this, which obviously we are, you're not going to have it didn't pick up a signal thing.
No, there's no signal to be picked up. And like I said, not only was it reversed, it was also split then after the reversal.
All right, here we go.
Spirits, can you say hi, Tony?
The weekend, yep, it's the weekend.
Where do Cherie and I regularly go to investigate? How many spirits are with me right now? What's our dog's name? Okay, I heard in the whisper, Loki. Thank you. How do you hear me communicate with you? Do you like it when I talk with you? What color shirt do I have on? All right. Well, thank you for communicating with me.
Love that box.
Was that the lady in the light?
Yeah. That's
You-
2 times he got proposition from the other side.
You look fine.
But as funny as that is, that shouldn't be there. It
Yeah.
should not be there. And it's not like that's horrible or artifacts. A couple of them in there maybe, and you can tell how much cameras have improved because that was the worst shot video I've ever seen. But it's blurry, but a full sentence, putting one single word together shouldn't happen. A full sentence just blows my mind.
Raul.
I'm still trying to get one of his old EVOXs that's sitting on a shelf for my collection.
Are we to the last clip?
Yes.
Ready?
Wow.
That was
great.
It's 7:30 and that was an hour and a half show.
Hey, I'm a professional manager here. I know how to work the efficiency.
It's almost Wednesday. It's reasonable.
Okay, so the last clip is just bringing us up then to date.
Yeah.
Which is Staticom, which the audience has probably seen this one before, but it just will show you the progression of the last 14 years of Cherie and my paranormal, at least from the audio side. We have terabytes upon terabytes upon terabytes of investigations data, but this is really what hooked us is the audio. So here's the last one.
All right, here we go.
How many spirits are with us right now?
300.
300? Did you say 300?
That's so good.
The best part of the progression, if you guys were paying attention, you get to Staticom. Through the progression, you got more responses, clearer responses, and then by the time you get to Staticom, now there's smart answers. Smart answers.
Yeah.
So was that the wrong answer? What the hell else did you want?
But that's part of the progression.
Right.
Because the limiting of the responses, the ability to get full vocal tone, to be able for them to say more than 1 or 2 word answers, that's what Staticom has produced, and that's where you get that. What was that the wrong answer? I mean, that to me, you couldn't get a better answer after I just want him to clarify 300, because that shows his intelligence. It shows his sarcasm. It shows was that the wrong answer? It's just amazing.
Yeah, everybody got the same Monopoly reference. Roger and Raul both said it, which I agree. The other progression is when he showed the ghost box in the first clip of ITC with the SB7. He was asked how many spirits, and they told him 200. Now he has 3.
Now he has 3.
So his cult is also growing.
Right.
Additional
Good
100.
catch.
Yep.
Good catch. I remember going through the clips and I said, "Hey, Cherie, I had 200 here."
That's
Time
funny.
to whip up that microphone so you can start interviewing them.
Hope she still has it.
I don't know. Or
No, that thing's long gone.
Yeah.
Coming to you live from Rathman Central.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a progression, man. That's a really wide array of vocal phenomena. That was all good.
Mhm.
Sorry, all good.
So there's
all good.
So I've got something to show y'all. There's 4 people that you're seeing right in front of you, not me and Andra, that have worked on Staticom and improved it to the point to the last piece of communication that you saw, which is just phenomenal, that have actually accomplished something really cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Christoph and Audra.
Thank you for giving me the picture.
Yeah, it's very cool.
So tell us about this, y'all, while I have it up in front of your faces.
So this was an opportunity that came up, as you see on the sponsored by Alex Matsuo, Ghost City Tours. So we know Alex, we know Andy Andrews from Ghost City Tours. And so this thing came out online, and a lot of the people in the paranormal field saw it, that they were doing a research symposium to really focus on the academic, scientific, analytic, etc., deep dive educationally into the paranormal and different theories and ideas that may be new to introduce to the field, what people were postulating. So I started working on an abstract on this, and I went, I'll work on the abstract, but the application said that part of the getting accepted is that not only do you present if they select you, but then you have to have a 5,000 word academic research paper to present or submit by like September or something, so they can put it into the journal. So I was like, I can't do this by myself. I'll start working on the abstract. So I got a draft of the abstract, and I reached out to Tony, and he's like, hey, did you see this? Before I could even tell him, I was like, that's how like-minded we all are. I was like, I was going to talk to you about this. I have a draft of the abstract, which is 300 words. I want you to see what you thought. We'll bounce it back and forth, and then we'll send it in. And then we were very hopeful, and I submitted it, and I said, I think what you people are doing with the symposium is fantastic. Whether we get in or not, we're thrilled to see this taking place, because it's promoting a side of the field that should be promoted more. We love the Paracons, and we're honored to be involved in any of them, as all of you are when you get to do them. But it's more of an interaction with the public, flea market kind of an environment. It's not celebrities will speak at Paracons that don't have any research work behind them because they're 5 million followers on TikTok, right? This is a different environment they're trying to cultivate. And I thought that was really cool. And I told them as much. Rollo, we would love to have you see us presented. He's been to enough talks to see us do stuff.
Yeah.
He's another one of those people who supports the educational side of the field, and we appreciate it. So we bounce it up back and forth. Tony gives me some suggestions on stuff for the abstract. We reword it, boom, send it in, and we wait. And so the acceptance just came in this morning. I got the email because I was the point of contact for the submission, and I couldn't wait to share it with everybody. And our platform is basically, and we've talked about this on other shows, is ITC in conjunction with analytic idealism philosophy, which is, bless you.
Thank you.
It's an ideology. It's a reframing of reality as mental processes. It's called analytic idealism, and we've been studying it. I've been studying it for a little over a year or so now, and I dragged the rest of the Staticom team in on it, who've also embraced it. And it's basically a philosophy of mind which takes the supernatural and makes it natural.
Right.
Stuff that we experience, what nature's doing. And it changes the game as far as accounting for it and explaining it. And I looked at this, and every turn I kept going, is there going to be something that's going to throw us out the window, go, oh, never mind. It just didn't happen.
Nope.
So we're presenting spirit communication within the confines of redefining reality as mental processes. Reality is mental. Not your mental processes or mine, but mind at large, a universal phenomenal consciousness of which we are all part, in short.
Right.
And how that allows for instrumental transcommunication and what we do.
Well, the other aspect of it that really is a fundamental building block is that consciousness literally becomes the irreducible component.
Yeah.
And the individual consciousness returns the individual consciousness returns to the universal consciousness after death, but survives. Whereas materialistic or physicalism today says when the body dies, consciousness dies. If that was the case, if consciousness did not survive death, none of the voices you heard on any of the devices I just played, not EVP, spirit boxes, reverse boxes, Staticom, would be there to answer. So not only does analytic idealism fit what we put together, but it also enhances the fact that maybe science needs to take a look at consciousness again because something might be off there.
Yeah.
And what it also does, it doesn't change anything in physics. Like we've been speaking on it. If some people think that we're trying to like eliminate physics, and no, physics is useful and it's not going anywhere. And analytic idealism doesn't contradict anything that physics says at all. So it doesn't contradict anything here that we know of already. And it fits with the with what we do within the paranormal.
And materialism or physicalism isn't science. It's a philosophy of being that is the metaphysical explanation that's posited by materialists or physicalists.
Correct.
That's their ethos. That's their philosophy of reality, that there's a 3D world out there that's separate from us, that's not conscious, doesn't have experiential states, and that consciousness is born in our brain. We create it here. But then they have what's called the hard problem of consciousness, which is if you have matter out there that is devoid of experiential states, now here the brain is also matter. Now you're having the emergence of experiential states from something that you just said didn't have it.
Right.
So it's an insoluble problem. It's not meant to be the hard problem, not a problem to solve. It's meant to say we need to step back and relook at reality. So for us, we looked at the paranormal community. Every time we butt up against people who are touting science, it's things to do with measuring things, physics, sound, light, etc., which doesn't tell you what reality is, but it tells you what reality or nature does, behaviors, patterns, etc. And nobody seemed to be taking a definition of reality and looking at that, because we try to paradoxically cram in what we say is supernatural and outside of what science can speak to, and then we try to cram it back into that to explain it, which is why we lose the argument. So we saw this as what made more sense of reality and allowed for all of these things, which people do experience. Right. You can't dismiss, although you just showed us an hour of recordings of vocal anomalies that shouldn't be there.
Right.
So yes, you could make up any harebrained scheme and any theory and go, oh, this is what's happening in the world. This is reality. You can make up anything, but it needs to at least meet a prima facie plausibility level,
right,
to make it worth looking into. And I think the amount of audio evidence that we showed on this episode alone, let alone what the field has to offer, meets that prima facie threshold. I think there's a plausibility behind this that we need to look into.
Right.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Again, if consciousness didn't survive death, none of that would be there, because it's not radio waves, it's not sound banks, it's coming from something else. And the shortest distance between two spots is a straight line, and the straight line says consciousness survives death.
Right.
Yeah. So thank you for I know I sent you the picture, but thank you for showing it. Because we're proud of the opportunity to have a chance at an academic platform.
Yes.
To what we do.
No.
Well, I was going to bring it up, but you just gave me the picture for the visual, so thank you for that.
No, I appreciate it. I figured you would.
Thank you. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
That's awesome.
Yes, so Todd and Chameleon, aka Carmela.
No, we will probably have to only do the symposium. We probably will not be able to turn around a couple weeks later and come back for the Battlefield Bash. But
even though somebody offered him a free hotel room,
I know we got the best opportunity
Is there
in the
anybody
world.
that will offer an airfare ticket there?
Yeah. We could offer chloroform while you're here, so you forget to go back.
Or something.
Get your daughter to get that airline job, and then
hey, somebody else is going to come up with the flight. I provided the hotel stay.
So time will tell, but
we could start a GoFlyMe fund.
GoFlyMe.
Yes.
We've already seen a few clips of the Go F Me fund.
Quite a few, I think, and that I could probably fill an entire 2-hour show just with those responses.
Yeah, and here's the best part, guys. We talk about it all the time, that the people, what we're communicating with is just people without their meat suit, right? Or as Ron would call it, their meat pajamas. You've seen clips tonight where you've seen vocal tone, you've seen emotional responses. We just caught one, I'm not going to show you yet, at the Trivet Clinic that is just pure humanity in itself, from somebody that is no longer physically on the planet with us, or physically in
incarnate
our space. Yeah. And I caught one that'll also verify that too. That is just freaking hilarious and phenomenal.
That's
awesome. And it's all Everett's fault. It's a great clip. I can't wait to show it. But I still have we investigated with Todd, Carmela, and Raul this weekend too. So now I have 40 hours of Trivet Clinic and 30 hours of review to do for the Montgomery house. So I'll be reviewing for weeks.
Wow.
That's one of the very, very important, not nearly mentioned enough things behind real-time communication. Because you can record it and go back and relive it. But if you hear enough of it in real time, you're like, I heard it already. We already talked, us and them.
That's funny.
That's not true. We still.
I know.
Thank you, Todd.
I want to give another shout out to Todd and Carmela and Raul. Todd and Carmela of 222 Paranormal and Raul of Tower Paranormal. Phenomenal group of people. You know, they came down here. They paid to fly down here. They paid for the Montgomery House private investigation. And what was phenomenal about it is we tell people, this is your investigation. We're just here to open the doors and lock up. And they invited Audra and I to come in and investigate with them, which was phenomenal. So that was a pretty cool experience.
Appreciated it.
So not only did we get the experience of getting to know them more on a personal level than we did before,
but as investigators,
also, and phenomenal investigators, and it was a great experience. We had a real great weekend with them.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Great.
You guys can't lose sight of the fact that part of the appeal to come down there was spending time or meeting you guys. So I'm not surprised that they didn't want you to stand outside like security. They wanted to work with you because that's not that you couldn't have done the security thing, because I've seen it.
Yeah. Oh, he can.
Those buckets aren't going to place themselves. What I'm saying. Yeah.
Thank you, Raul. Thank you,
Raul.
I'm not surprised. You had 3 good people come down to visit, 2 great people. You got a whole bunch of great people in the same place. Yeah, spend as much time as you can working together. I think that's cool.
It was awesome. All right. Got any shameless plugs, Rathmans? Where can we find you? Where can we see
very
you?
important thing we just showed.
Yeah.
Well, last weekend we did the Ghost of Globe. We have 1 weekend to finish moving. So
That's our shameless plug.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then we are in Tombstone, Arizona at the Tombstone Paracon. Thank you. My brain's dead. But
which is cool.
Yeah, it should be good. It should be good.
Actually, that's another cool thing to mention that we were kind of excited about was we just did the place, and Jenny Colucci, who just said hello, there was also with us from Team Parasite Saturday. So we did Freelandheisen Arboretum in Morris County, New Jersey, Saturday, and we had a special guest visitor who's been on our show before, which is Mikey Thompson.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
So Mikey came and he sat with us and recorded, and we did Staticom, and he got to walk around a little bit. And so in 2 weeks, he's going to be with those 2 guys doing Staticom and Tombstone.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Which is cool because you'll get to see both presentations of it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run this weekend coming up this week.
Oh my God.
We have
oh, you have it open?
Yeah, okay. Saturday we're doing Brinkerhoff Manor, I believe it's in New York State, with Casper. You remember William Helms?
Yeah.
Actually, it's in Fishkill. It's a small private that Helms asked us if we were able to do, and he happened to nail a date. We were open.
And the following week we have the public house
on Friday. Yeah. Public house on Friday.
We have podcasts on Wednesday and Thursday, don't we?
We do.
Yes.
We do. We have a podcast, Expanding Reality podcast on Wednesday.
Yep.
And
then Thursday we have
the Rocky Horror Live podcast.
Yep.
Cool. Awesome.
On Thursday. Yep.
We will be investigating spirits, but not
of the liquid kind.
Of the liquid kind.
Nice.
We leave Thursday morning. We're going to the Outer Banks for 4 days. So
that's awesome.
Good for you.
That's awesome. Those are a little easier to swallow.
Little vacay.
Yep.
Good.
That's very awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah, so we will be doing that.
Yeah.
With that being said, y'all, I've got some disappointing news, or not disappointing news, because you don't have to put up with us next week.
Yeah.
Next week we will not be here. You get a week off. You get a time to relax. But we will be back the following week with the show. So
he's a good dude, man. I look forward to meeting Ray. We joke around about him being here since 1940, waiting for the show. But
he's a great. He's a great guy. He really
He's
is.
a good guy. He's very supportive and kind to all of us. And we haven't had a chance to work with him yet, but he did a fantastic testimonial for you that went into the
documentary,
docuseries on Paraflixx, Knowingly Talking to the Unknown.
Yeah.
Roger's gonna be sitting on YouTube for 2 weeks. That's hysterical. But we will be back with another show.
In 2
same
weeks.
time, same UNX network, same Facebook pages, all 7, 8, 9, 10 of them.
There's a lot.
There's a few of them.
All the YouTube pages. But most of all, we wanted to make sure that we hope you guys enjoyed this 3-part series. And we hope that you guys actually see, we wanted to introduce ourselves to you again. So, of course, so you all know that what experiences that we bring to the paranormal field. And we're not just people coming on here and talking crap. And we actually have been out in the field, still get out into the field. Matter of fact, we're still tired from the field.
So you're going on vacation?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, once we get the travel trailer set up, then it's a vacation. But until we get there and set it up, it's a little bit of work, but it's worth it.
Right.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Safe travels to you guys.
Yeah.
Team Coco. Oh, Melissa, she's very sweet too.
We'll miss you guys
Yeah,
too.
we miss seeing our weekly peeps when we don't come on. We do. Of
course. Yes, we do.
Absolutely.
Forget about it. There he is.
How you doing?
You see that he shows that on Dimensions of the Supernatural on Thursdays at the end of the show. He shows that clip that has the voice put to him doing. He goes, "How you doing?" At the end of every show. It's great.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
He was with us also Saturday.
He was.
For the Freeland Heisman Arboretum. He was with us also. Going to a coma.
Yeah, I'm sure they're tired. They flew out this morning.
Yeah, bright and early.
It's a short flight, but it's a flight.
Yeah. Well, we stayed up till about 12:30 last night talking paranormal and talking just about life and enjoying everybody. And then we all got up at 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning. So.
Wow.
Yeah. After staying up until 3 the night before at the Montgomery house. So.
See, I blame you guys in that house. It's so peaceful and relaxing. You just want to sit back with a drink and a cigar and just talk, just hang out and shoot this shit.
Sorry.
Just what you want to do.
Whenever you're ready.
Come on back down.
I know.
Whenever you're ready.
We can put some iron furniture in the living room if you want and make it less comfortable.
I like how Tony and the dog look like a dance team from America's Got Talent. That dog loves him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that dog loves him.
He just had a haircut. Look
at his face.
Tony or the dog? All right, guys, we appreciate you every week.
Every week.
We miss you when we're not here, but we will be appreciating you again the week after that. Thanks for stopping by tonight, guys. Thanks for learning about us. We definitely like talking about us. We definitely do like talking about us, but we also like bringing guests on and talking about you guys too. That's all part of Para-Unity. And guys, you don't have to hang out with.
Yeah, what's the question?
What's the question? That's right.
Did he fill it with helium like I asked him to?
No.
What happened to their mattress?
So Todd and Carmela had the spare room, and Raul had the mattress that you guys slept on while you were here, and it wouldn't hold air anymore. So we're just wondering how it got a hole poked in it.
That was Raul.
No. It was losing air before Raul slept on it. So once the rest of us went in the rooms and shut the doors, what the hell were you two doing on it?
Well.
He was trying to put helium in it.
Yeah.
That was the perfect answer without saying a word. Well. Nice work.
Yeah, there's no way
you didn't put the helium in it. We had to get some bounce. So that's funny.
It really does have a hole. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. We have another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just filled up the other one. Brown chicken, brown cow. There you go. All right, guys.
Yeah. Well, she's not called Loki for no reason. Days.
All right, guys. So, guys, you don't have to hang out with these crazy 6 people in order to catch good evidence, but you do have to get out in the field. You have to get in there. You have to respect the spirits that the people that you're talking to that don't no longer finally got it.
I got the music.
Pretty much. He's been down in the South for a
He's
little
been down in the
while.
South for a while. You do have to
Bless your heart.
bless your heart.
It's upside down.
I know.
After Christmas,
Southman.
throw it down. Southman, there you go.
I'm Southman.
You got to get out in the field. You got to do the work. You got to respect everybody that's in the field with you. But most of all, guys, you got to stay haunted. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a good night, y'all.
Good night.
Can you give me a name? What's your name?